Hello students, so this is lecture 19 of our subject digital system design, and our topic for today's lecture is synchronous counters. So these are the contents of today's lecture. Concept of synchronous counter that we have already discussed in brief in our previous lecture when we covered asynchronous counters, and then how to design up counter and down counter using these synchronous counters, and then again that truncated counters can also be designed using this synchronous counter technique that we will be covering in the subsequent lecture. So, this is the basic concept of synchronous counters. So, as in case of asynchronous counters, we had seen that the clocks for all the flip flops were discrete, that means all were connected to different points. So, in case of synchronous counter, all flip flops have common clocks, that means all the flip flops are connected to a common point, and that means all flip flops will operate simultaneously if they get the desired clock. Okay. So, if the clock is not desired, then the output of the flip flop cannot change. Okay. So, either all the flip flops will be working or none of the flip flop will be working. So, any flip flop can be used. This is another advantage for synchronous counters. In case of asynchronous, we had the foundation that we have to use only T flip flop, although that T can be designed using JK flip flop, but we cannot use SR or D flip flop for designing asynchronous counter. But in case of synchronous counter, there is no such foundation. Okay. Any clock can be used. That means either we want to design up counter or down counter, I can use positive edge or negative edge. Whichever clock I want to use, I can use that. Number of flip flops to be used depends on the maximum count value. This point is similar to the one in case of asynchronous counters. That means to design a mode 8 counter, mode 8 means 0 to 7. So, 7 is the maximum count, 7 will require 3 bits. So, 3 flip flops will be required. So, the number of flip flops will be required for designing of synchronous counter will be equal to the number of bits in the maximum count value. Okay. So, with this we can proceed further and start designing the synchronous counters. So, this is mode 8 synchronous up counter. So, this table is already been placed here. We will be first explaining how this table has been placed here. So, mode 8 synchronous means 0 to 7. So, this 0 to 7 has to be designed, 0 to 7 count flow has to be designed using a circuit. And one more point of difference between the asynchronous and synchronous counter, in those asynchronous counters we had designed the circuit first and then derived the counting from that circuit. But in case of synchronous counter, the process is more systematic. That means, we will be first describing what is my requirement. I need 1 after 0, I need 2 after 1, I need 7 after 6. So, this behavior has to be described in form of a table, and that table then it will be converted into circuit by using K-map expressions. Okay. So, this is the 0 to 7, 0 to 7 means 000 to 111, that means 3 flip flops will be required. So, let's use T flip flops again, because although there is no foundation, we can use any flip flop for designing of counters, but T flip flops generally gives us reduced K-map expressions. Reduced K-map expressions means the simplified ones, that means circuit will be much simpler if we use T flip flop. Although there is no foundation, we can use JK, SR and D as well, but we will stick to T flip flop for counter design for their inherent benefit of circuit simplicity. Okay. So, this 0 to 7, that means 000 to 111, that means 3 flip flops are going to be used. So, if again we use the count flow as QC, QB, QA as we have used for the asynchronous counters. So, I am using here QC, QB and QA. This is the present state, and this is the clock which will be used for all the flip flops. Okay. So, if initially, as we have seen in case of asynchronous counter, this is the initial state. So, if there is no clock, the output of all the flip flops are 0. Okay. So, once I start applying the clock, if I apply a clock pulse here, then this 0 should change to 1. Okay. Similarly, if the present state is 1, 0, 0, 1, and if I apply another pulse here, then this 1 should change to 2, 0, 1, 0. Okay. So, we can check that the next state corresponding to the present state is 1 extra, 1 added to the previous state, that means which describes the operation of an up counter. Okay. So, 1 is the next state of 0, 2 is the next state of 1. Similarly, you can check that this 101, 101 is 5, 101 should be the next state of 4, 100. Okay. So, similarly, and in the end we can check that triple one is the maximum count that can be offered by a mode 8 up counter. Okay. So, after 111 I cannot get 1000 because that will require 4 bits. So, instead of that I will be getting 000, that means I will restart the counting after 7. So, the next stage of 7 is 0. Okay. So, all the possibilities have been covered in this table. So, 1 will be the next state of 0, 5 will be the next state of 4, 7 will be the next state of 6, and the next state of 7 will not be 8, the next state of 7 will be 0, because 7 is the maximum count that can be reached by a synchronous counter in case of mode 8 synchronous counter. Okay. So, this is prepared. Now, for TC, TB, TA, now I require the excitation table of the T flip flops. So, T flip flop excitation table I am summarizing here. So, if this is the output transition, so 0 0, that means there is no change in the output, that must be for T is equal to 0, 0 1 there is toggling of the output, that must be for T is equal to 1, 1 to 0 again output has toggled, so T must be 1, 1 1 that means output is not changing, if not changing then input must be 0. Okay. So, this is the excitation table of the T flip flop. This excitation table has to be used for these cases. So, let us check for this QC, QC 0, QC plus 1 also 0, 0 0 no change. So, TC must be 0, 0 0 again 0, 0 0 again 0, 0 1 output has toggled, 0 1 1, 1 1 0, again 1 1 0, again 1 1 0, 1 0 1. Okay. Similarly, we can prepare for TB 0 0 0, 0 1 1, 1 1 0, 1 0 1, 0 0 0, 0 1 1, 1 1 0 and 1 0 1. Similarly, for QA 0 1, you can check that 0 1 1 0, 0 1 1 0, that means in all the cases output is changing, there is no case where output is not changing, 0 1 1 0, 0 1 1 0. So, these are the only two possibilities which we are observing in the transition between Q and QA plus 1, 0 1 or 1 0. So, for both 0 1 and 1 0 T will be equal to 1. Okay. We can check that for 0 1 and 1 0 T is equal to 1. So, these are the outputs in case of flow, these are termed as outputs, but these are actually the T flip flop inputs. So, T flip flop inputs we have got this flow, that if we are able to manage these connection at the T flip flop inputs, then we will be able to design a mode 8 asynchronous up counter. Okay. So, from that point of view, we have noted down the min terms. So, for TC I can check that there are two high terms which corresponds to 3 and 7. Okay. Similarly, for TV there are 4 high terms which corresponds to 1, 3, 5, 7, and TA there are all high terms which corresponds to 0 to 7. Okay. So, these are the set of minterms. Now, these minterms will now be converted into K map by using 3 variable K map structure. Okay. So, QC bar, QC, QB, QA, bar, QB bar, QA, QB, QA and QB, QA complement. Okay. So, 3 and 7, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So, first K map for this QC will be equal to QB, QA. Okay. Similarly, for this second K map 1, 3, 5, 7, I am preparing another K map. So, 1, 3, 5 and 7. So, this will be the K map which corresponds to this A common, that means QB is equal to, so not this QC, this is actually equal to TC and TB. So, I am changing it as, this is not QC, this is TC. Okay. So, this is TC. Similarly, this is not QB, this is TB. TB is equal to QA and TA 0 to 7, that means all high entries in a 3 variable K map which corresponds to TA is equal to 1. So, these are the connections, TB is equal to this and TC is equal to QB QA and TA is equal to 1. So, using these connections we can design a synchronous up counter. Okay. The next most important thing or the first most important thing is a common clock. Okay. So, clock for all these flip flops are common. That means, all these flip flops will be connected to a common point, unlike in case of an asynchronous counter where the clock connections for all the flip flops were different. So, this TA is equal to 1, okay. TA is equal to 1 and TB is equal to QA. So, this is TB and this is QA and then TC is equal to QB QA. So, I need an AND gate, QB is this one and QA. Sorry, so this is QA actually. For QB I am connecting here. So, this is QB and this is QA. Okay. So, the product of both these two, both of these will be connected to TC. So, these are the input connections. So, I just need to display the count only now. So, for this I am changing the color and the count can be displayed here. This will be my count display. Okay. So, in this way we can design a synchronous up counter. Okay. Similarly, we can design synchronous down counter. Now, let us proceed to the down counter design. So, for mode 8 synchronous down counter, the only thing of difference between the up counter and down counter will be that at mode 8 again for down counter stages will be 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0 and again 7. Okay. So, this gives me an impression that I should be writing in the 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 flow, but this has to be kept in mind that this table, the next row of the table has no correlation with the previous row. That means, I need not to have counting here, because if you check that counting, this counting seems to be up counting only 0 to 7, and this again this seems to be 0 to 6 and 7 is written upwards. Okay. But the thing to be kept in mind is that these rows are not deciding that whether the counting will be up counting or down counting. This transition between the present and next state is deciding whether the counter will be up counter or down counter. Okay. So, in case of an up counter, for 0 the next state was 1 in case of up counter. You can check that. In this slide you can check that for this 000 the next state was 001, but in case of down counter the next state of this 000 is 111, that means 7 is the next state of 0. Similarly, next state of 1 will be 1 less than it, that means next state of 1 will be 000. Similarly, for you can check any of these cases for 100, that means 4, the next state of 4 will be 3, 011. Okay. So, this present to next state flow is deciding the counter operation. Note these consecutive rows are deciding the counter operation. Okay. So, this flow is 0 to 7 in both the cases, up and down, but the next state in both the cases are different depending on the up counting operation or down counting operation. Okay. So, we can write the next stage of the present state by simply subtracting 1 from that. The only difference is 0 next state will be 7, and for the rest of the cases you can check for this 111 is 7. So, 7 minus 1 6 110. So, the next state is 1 minus the present state. Okay. So, this is the present and next state of the this synchronous down counter. Now, again we have to write the flip flop inputs using the excitation table. Again T flip flops excitation table is to be used. I am again mentioning it here as Q instead of using Qn and Qn plus 1, I am using T 0 0 0 1 1 0 1 1. Again there is no change means T must be 0, there is change T must be 1, there is change T must be 1, there is no change T must be 0. So, these are the two cases where changes are there in the outputs, which is leading to T is equal to 1. Okay. Now, again we can check from this 0 1 output is changing, that means T c must be equal to 1, 0 0 no change 0 0 0 0 0 0 again 0 1 0 1 1 1 no change 0 1 1 no change 0 1 1 no change 0. So, these are the two high terms which correspond to 0 and 4. So, these are mentioned here, T c is equal to summation of 0 4. Similarly, for Q b 0 1 sorry this one 0 1 1 0 0 0 1 0 1 1 1 0 0 1 1 0 0 0 1 0 1 1 1 0. That means, high terms are these which correspond to 0, 2, 4 and 6. So, 0, 2, 4 and 6 are the high terms for T b. Okay. Similarly, for T again you can check that 0 to sorry this one 0 to 1, 1 to 0, 0 to 1, 1 to 0. That means, in all the cases there is a transition. Okay. So, if in all the cases there are transitions, that means, for all the cases T must be equal to 1. So, that is why T is 1 in all the cases, that is why T is written for all 0 to 7 there are 8 high terms. Okay. Now, similar to the previous case, we have to convert these KMF expressions into circuits. Now, let us do that. Q C complement Q C QB, QA, QB bar QA, QB, QA, QB, QA complement. 0 and 4. So, this is 0, 0, 1, 2, 3 and this is 4. That means TC is equal to QB complement and QA complement. Similarly, for another K map, terms are 0, 2, 4, 6. So, this is 0, 1, 2, this is 4 and this is 6. So, there will be a quad which corresponds to QA complement, that means TB is equal to QA complement. Okay. So, TB is equal to QA complement, and for TA we need not to solve the K map because all the terms are high. So, TA is equal to 1. So, using these three expressions from the K maps, we can design the structure of this counter. First step, connecting all the clocks to a common point. Okay. So, this is the common point of clock, and TC is equal to TA is equal to 1. This is very simple connection, TA is equal to 1. Then TB is equal to QA complement. So, this is TB and this is QA complement. Okay. Then TC is equal to QB complement and QA complement. So, this is QB complement. Okay. So, this is QB and this is QA. So, both these are to be multiplied using an AND gate, and this product will be connected to TC. So, this prepares QB complement, QA complement, and this is QA complement only. Okay. So, these are the input connections, and now we can design the count display. All these outputs can be taken for displaying of the count. Okay. So, these are the count display for the mode 8 synchronous down counters. So, in this way we can design mode 8 up counter, mode 8 down counter using synchronous techniques. Similarly, for designing higher mode counters, that means for mode 16 counter, for mode 16 counter we will be requiring 4 flip flops, for mode 32 counters we will be requiring 5 flip flops. And one more thing, we have not focused on the type of clock here as well, but in case of asynchronous counter we were very much cautious about the use of clock, but in case of synchronous there is no such foundation, we can use any clock. So, we have used negative edge in both the cases for up and down, and the connections have been reversed as per the K map expressions. Okay. So, these are the cases in which the count was in form of 2 raised to power n, mode 8. Okay. So, in continuation with that, for design of truncated counters, I am using this mode 6. By mode 6 I mean, that means mode 6, that 6 is not in the form of 2 raised to power n. Okay. So, for this there will be slight change, that means the number of stages will be required will be 0 to 5, that means 000 to 101, that means unused states will be 110, 6 and 111. So, 6 and 7 are the unused states. So, these unused states I need not to do anything about that, I just have to place cross in the next state of these states. Okay. So, that means I will be having 2 don't care terms while solving the K maps. So, this can be more clearly understood by the table. So, the next state of 0 is 1, 1's next state is 2, 2's next state is 3, 3's next state is 4, 4's next state is 5, 5's next state is 0. This is slightly wrong. So, 5's next state is 0, because for this after 5 I need not to have 6, and that 6 should be changed to 0. So, for 5 I am having 0, and for this 6 you can check that 6 and 7 are don't care terms, because I am not interested in 6 and 7. So, whatever will be the next stage of this, I am not bothered about that. So, I have placed don't care terms here. Okay. So, 6 and 7 are the don't care terms. Okay. So, again, if the next state is not determined, then we cannot comment on the flip flop inputs. So, these are also don't care. For rest of the cases, we can write the cases. So, 0 and 0, 0, 0, 0, again 0, there is transition 0, 0, again 0, 0, that means 3 zeros are there. Okay. Then 0 and 1, there is 0, there is 1. So, for 0, 1, I am having a 1, for this 1 and 1, 1, 1 and 1, 1, I am having a 0, and for this 1, 0, for this 1, 0, for this 1, 0, I should be having a 1 here. So, there are two high terms which correspond to this and this, 3 and 5. So, there are two high terms 3 and 5. Okay. Similarly, for TB, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1 is 0, then 1, 0 is 1, then 0 and here 0, 0 and 0, 0, 0, 0, it should be 0. Okay. So, again we can check that there are two high terms. Okay. So, for these two high terms 1, 1 which corresponds to 1 and 3. So, this 5 is not there. So, 1 and 3 are the high terms, but for QA we can check that there are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, for this all these terms are high. So, either 0 to 5, 0 to 5 are the high terms and 6 and 7 are the don't care terms. So, for these cases we have to solve the K maps. So, 3, 5, 1, 3, 0 to 5. So, this is 3 and 5 and this is 1, 3, 0 is not there and this is 0 to 5. So, let us solve K map for these cases. Three and 5, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 and 7 are don't care terms. Okay. So, this becomes the connection for TC. TC is equal to, this will be equal to QB QA plus QC, and this corresponds to 0, 1 and 1, 1, that means QA. Okay. Similarly, for TB I will be using another K map. I will be using another K map which is having 1 and 3 are that 1 and 3 are the terms 0, 1, 2, 3 and 6 and 7, 6 and 7, these are the two terms. So, this corresponds to this, which corresponds to TB is equal to QC complement and QA. Okay. And for this TA, for TA all the terms will be TA is equal to 1. So, for using these connections, all these connections can be converted into this circuit, like TA is equal to 1 and QB QA. So, to avoid the complexity we are using QB QA for TC, that means I can use these kind of structures as well. So, this is QB and this is QA and then this is QC and this is QA and there is an OR gate here. Okay. Then similarly, for this QC bar QA, so this is QC bar and this is QA, this will be TB and TA is equal to 1, all clocks connected to a common point. And output taken for display. So, in this way we can design synchronous counters for up case, down case and truncated case. So, with this we come to the end of today's lecture. Thank you very much.